Hey everyone, ready for another deep dive?
Always.
Awesome. Today we're looking at,
Drake.
this whole Drake lawsuit against Universal Music Group, UMG.
It's a big one.
Yeah, this is huge. And it's gotten everyone talking,
Oh, yeah, definitely. Lots to unpack here.
especially in the hip-hop world.
For sure.
And for this deep dive, we're going to a Reddit thread on Rippoheads.
Oh, they always have some interesting takes.
Right, and they're going after this Variety article about UMG's response.
Yeah, UMG did not hold back.
Not at all.
So much to talk about.
Okay, so Drake is suing UMG, right?
Yeah,
Saying they defamed him. How? By releasing Kendrick Lamar's song.
not like us.
Yeah, not like us. And he says that, hurt his reputation.
Interesting.
And this is where it gets kind of tricky. Because,
Drake
Drake's...
has been in his fair share of rap battles.
Exactly. Like, diss tracks are basically part of the game.
It's practically a tradition in hip-hop, right?
Hey. So for him to go after Kendrick,
When he's done the same thing.
yeah, I mean,
It's a little...
it's a little hypocritical, wouldn't you say?
Maybe a bit, yeah. I mean, he's basically trying to change the rules.
On the middle of the game.
Exactly. And, UMG's not just letting him walk all over them.
Oh no, they fired back. Big time.
Big time. Basically saying, look, Drake, we support our artists' creativity,
And we've invested a ton in you.
so don't come at us like this.
Right. And they even called his claims illogical.
Which, honestly, they kind of are.
They really are, because, you have to prove a few things for defamation.
Right. First, that the statements in the song are actually false.
And how do you even prove that with a rap song?
It's tough, right? Because rap is all about wordplay, metaphor.
Exaggeration.
Yeah. So separating fact from fiction,
It's almost impossible.
and then you have to prove that Kendrick had malicious intent.
Like he was specifically trying to hurt Drake
Right. And that the song actually damaged his reputation.
and his reputation. He's Drake.
Exactly. He's at the top of the game. So good luck proving any of that.
Right. But let's not forget the public reaction to this whole thing.
Oh, the Reddit thread is brutal.
They are going in on Drake, calling him out for hypocrisy.
For being a sore loser.
Yeah. One comment even compared him to,
Oh, I saw that one. To
Yeah.
Charlie Kelly pretending to be a lawyer.
stop. It's so accurate, though.
It is. But it also shows how people are frustrated with him.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They're seeing him a whole new light now.
Not a good one.
Not a good one. There's a comment saying, this is the first time a man went against the machine, and the people said to the machine, you ate.
Wow. Yeah, that's
rough.
It really shows how the public is siding with UMG on this.
And against Drake. But why? Why this lawsuit? Why now?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
It really is.
Yeah.
Like, is this the beginning of the end for Drake?
A lot of people seem to think so. That Reddit thread is full of comments.
Oh, yeah.
People saying this is the beginning of his downfall, that he's losing his touch. He's not the artist he used to be.
Damn.
One user even wrote, Drake has lost everything with this beef.
Whoa. Everything. Is that really true, though?
It's hard to say for sure, but it's not just online chatter either.
Really?
Even music industry insiders are questioning if he can recover.
So this isn't just a bunch of Redditors,
Yeah.
blowing off steam
No, this is serious. Drake has always been so careful.
about his image.
Exactly, his brand. He's turned controversy into hits before,
Right.
but this time it feels different. Like
it's backfiring.
yeah, I think so. He's not the underdog anymore. He's the one with the power, the one resorting to lawsuits.
Which is so ironic.
Right. This is the guy who built his career on diss tracks.
Yeah. And now people see him as someone who can't take the heat.
Someone who's trying to silence criticism. It's not a good look.
Not at all. It's like he's lost control of the narrative.
Exactly. And now this lawsuit has become this huge conversation.
About power dynamics in the music industry.
Yes. And how artists are treated by the big labels.
Right. So is this the start of a bigger shift?
I think it could be. More and more artists are speaking out about unfair contracts.
About not owning their own music.
And feeling like they're trapped.
Right. And now with streaming, independent artists.
The power is shifting.
It really is.
This lawsuit could be the push that artists need.
To demand more from the labels.
Exactly. To fight for their rights, for their creative control.
Wow. But what if it backfires?
That's the risk, right? What if Drake loses?
What happens then?
It could actually strengthen the label's hold.
And scare other artists from speaking out.
Exactly. It's a high-stakes gamble, not just for Drake.
But for the whole industry.
For the future of music, yeah.
Wow. So it all comes back to creative expression.
Yeah. If artists are afraid to push boundaries,
That's Sharon.
to even engage in rap battles,
What happens to music then?
That's the question, isn't it? What happens to the art?
Heavy stuff. So what are your thoughts on all this?
I'd love to hear what stands out to you in this story.
Yeah. What do you think about the implications for the music industry?
Share your thoughts in the comments. We want to unpack this together.
Okay, so we've looked at the lawsuit, the crazy reaction online, and how this whole thing is affecting Drake's image.
Yeah, it's been a wild ride.
But this isn't just about Drake, is it?
No, not at all. This is way bigger.
Like, what are we really seeing here?
I think it's a power struggle.
Between
The old guard, the big labels,
yeah,
and this new generation of artists.
who want more control.
Exactly. They want ownership. They want a say in their careers.
And Drake's lawsuit is kind of like the
breaking point.
yeah, like forcing the industry to finally face this tension.
Right. And it makes you wonder,
Yeah,
could this actually change things?
like a real power shift in the music biz.
It's possible. Think about it. Artists are finding their voice.
Through streaming, going independent.
They're not relying on the labels as much.
So the old system, it's
It's crumbling.
yeah. And this lawsuit
Could be the final blow.
empowering artists to demand more, better contracts, more ownership.
Yeah, exactly.
But
But there's always a flip side.
right,
What if this backfires?
if Drake loses,
The labels could come back even stronger.
and other artists will be too scared to speak up.
It's a gamble, a big one,
For Drake, for sure.
but for the whole music industry too.
Yeah, because it all boils down to,
Creative freedom.
right,
Yeah.
if artists are afraid to be themselves,
To experiment, to even do rap battles.
what will music even sound like?
That's what's at stake here.
Wow. Okay, so as we wrap up this deep dive,
What should people be watching for? What's next?
what do you think?
I think the key takeaway is this is just the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
This lawsuit is a symptom of a much bigger change. Pay attention to how other artists react, what the labels do.
Right.
Will this spark a real movement?
That's the question, right?
Yeah, and legally, what happens next?
Will we see more lawsuits like this?
Will the courts keep protecting artistic expression?
Or will they start censoring music?
This is going to shape the future of hip-hop, of all music.
Yeah, it really is. So we've covered a lot,
A lot.
but this story, it's not over yet.
Definitely not.
It's about power, about creativity.
And how artists navigate this crazy industry.
Yeah, keep learning, keep thinking about it.
Form your own opinion.
Exactly. And thanks for joining us for this deep dive.
Until next time.
See ya.